Oh, man. All right. Here we are. Here we are, and here we go. Welcome to another episode, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, and let's get this thing going. Welcome to beginning of the week. Let's go. All right. What's happening, everyone? What's going on with you guys? Good to be here with you on this. We're starting this episode out a little bit later than we normally do. So it's Tuesday here in Asheville, North Carolina, and happy early Valentine's Day to all of you guys. That's what we got going on this week. It's Valentine's Day, on Friday. And we're in that love month, man. We're in that February, Februario, however you pronounce that thing. But we're in it. We're here. We're about to make love this month. You know what I'm talking about? And somewhere, if you listen real close, you could probably hear Cupid. He's tightening up that little passion pistol he's got. You know what I'm talking about? That love bow. He's just... and he's out there whittling a couple fletchings, that sort of thing. And he's probably doing that in his little love bungalow or wherever that little fat adult baby makes those arrows, And trust me, he's out there getting ready to put one of those affectionate sticks right into your heart, right into your back. He'll hit you in your ankle, and the next thing you know, your ankle's just wanting to kiss your other ankle. But the crazy thing is about Cupid is you never know when he's gonna strike. You could be stopping at a Walgreens just to pick up a thing of Neosporin and maybe a half a Gatorade or whatever, and then out of nowhere you get hit with one of those things, and the next thing you know, on a Tuesday, you're out with this guy named Frank, and he's missing half an eye and probably about 15 teeth or whatever. But boy, Frank's he got into an accident, I guess, at a tuna market or whatever, and now you're sitting across from him and you're splitting the damn olive top of knot or something, and that's just what Cupid does, man. You could be jogging at a park and one of those things hit you in the side. Oh, ah! And then out of nowhere, you're just bottom grinding on some stranger's leg, because that's what Cupid does. He's out there just waiting to put that passion, those passion arrows right into you. He'll do all, because that's what he does. And then once it happens, you're doing all sorts of crazy stuff, because that's what, he's just that, he's that Robin Hood of lust and love, I guess. Because that's what lust and love does. It makes you do all sorts of crazy shit, He'll pop one right in your back. And the next thing you know, you want to start making out with the UPS guy. And thing is, and it's not just because he's wearing those little itty bitty tiny shorts, but maybe you don't even like shorts, but today you do. So now you're just trying to go first base on some guy that's cleaning your gutters or whatever. No pun intended. You know what I'm talking about. But and there's no better feeling, man, when you get hit with one of those things. One of those love missiles. Because, love is what makes us whole, I guess, if you think about it. I mean, it's what makes us strong. It's, and I'm not talking about being in love, I guess, but just having love. Having love in your life is something so special. And you don't even have to be in love, to have like love, or at least that's what some people say, I guess. But man, the other day I got asked if I had ever been in love. And I remember what I thought was my first love. Living out in El Paso, we had this one. I had this one girl that lived across the street. Her name was Mary Ann, and her parents would always fight every weekend. And this is when I was like maybe 8 or 9, something like that. And and they were fighting over like maybe who didn't put the mayo back, or maybe her dad was doing a little, maybe wearing her mom's panties or something like that. But they would always lock her brother and her out of her house. And so since they lived across the street, once we found out what was going on, we just invited them over on the weekends for a place to stay, and they'd come over and we watch movies and maybe go to the pool and that sort of thing. But I remember one year, Mary Ann, we were at the pool, and she asked me if I put some of that sunblock on her. Just rub a little, a little shoulder press on her. And I just remember, rubbing her shoulder and then I was like, what's happening here? Like, and then it just struck me like, man, I like this girl. I really do. And I've known her for, a little while now, maybe 2 years or so. But I was just so nervous, dude. Remember that, being nervous and young, and you had no clue about anything because you've never done something like that before. Even touching a girl's, just a girl showing a little piece of leg, during the summertime or whatever. Like you were like, I don't know what's happening. This is too much. Okay. And then once you get to just touch a girl's shoulder for the first time, you're like, okay. Again, I don't know what's going on. And then I remember a couple months later, her and her family moved away, and it crushed me. And I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what that feeling was. But I remember my first love. I've probably loved maybe 2 or 3 people, maybe 3. Yeah, tops. But my first ever love was this other redheaded girl that lived in the other neighborhood next to us. And her and I would play basketball together all the way from 5th grade to maybe, I don't know, maybe 8th grade or something like that. I can't remember, but we were the same age and went to the same school. And she had this little brother that always looked like, that acted like Fred Durst. He'd run around, from Limp Bizkit. Remember that cat? But he'd run around and he was always saying, yeah, I did it for the nookie. And I'm not sure if he knew what it was. Maybe he thought he was making pastries or something like that, or doing something. But who knows? I don't know. But as the years ticked on, I really didn't think about. I'm not going to say her name or anything, but I really didn't think about, or didn't really even talk to her much anymore either. And then one day, I'm walking through one of the halls, and she's passing right by me. And this was like in 10th grade. So, years have passed on. And so we were passing each other in the hallway. And she was wearing this green skirt. And she had legs that went all the way up. I mean, enough to make an ass out of themselves. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's what legs do. You start at the ankle, and then you got the leg, and that develops into an ass. And that's just body work. That's nature right there doing its best. But as we were like walking past each other, she's like, "Hey, Zach, how are you?" And after that, I felt like I got hit with one one of Cupid's little love darts all of a sudden, because everything slowed down, and I mean slow. Like someone could have hit me with a piece of cabbage or something like that, and that thing would have just slid right off my face, and I wouldn't even felt it. But my body felt something. My heart was running around doing that little, I don't know, it was doing that little cha-cha thing, and then it was also like it was like playing hopscotch in my chest, and I was like, what the F is going on here? This is something new, this is something I don't understand what's going on. And people say that you get butterflies in your stomach when something like that happens. Well, buddy, I had a whole zoo running around in mine. That's what was going on. But I felt like I just wanted to be as close to her as I could ever get. I just didn't, if she was a salt shaker, I wanted to be the pepper, right next to her. And again, I didn't know what was going on. And so I told my buddy, and let's face it, man, when you're in high school and that sort of thing, people chit chat, people talk about things, and people were saying, somehow, that spread around, and people were coming up to me and saying, hey, like, yo, she just broke up with someone like two months before or whatever. So, I let it lie for about a month. And then later on, I finally mustered up the courage to ask, and man, I just remember being so, again, like a wreck, just a nervous, just I didn't know. Oh my God! Every time I got around her, it was just, oh God, what is this? I felt like a damn, I don't know. I felt like a jittery squirrel on like a coffee bench or whatever. My hands were all sweating and my heart was racing. And then when I went to go ask her out, my voice shorted out. It just shorted out on me. Like it short circuited me or something like that. Because I didn't even know how to talk. I was thinking, and I just wanted to take my voice box out and just toss that bitch right in the middle of a highway and let a damn 18-wheeler, a semi truck, just roll over this damn thing, because again, it just seized up on me like an engine in my throat just stopped working or something like that. But and the thing is, I've talked to this girl 1,000 times before, but now it was all different. Everything was different. But after I got my life in order and I finally asked if she wanted to go do something and she said yes, I just remember being so, like, I just wanted to just I was so uncontrollably happy that, like, it didn't, you could have failed me 3 times. I would have repeated the damn a 10th grade 8 times for this chick. And like, nothing could ruin my day that day. Nothing. I mean, you name it. I would have flunked every single test. I would have put a damn 0 on my own self, handed that bitch in and just said, look, I'll take it. I'll take that thing. And the thing is, at that time, I was one of the first people in my grade to get my driver's license. And so we would go out by ourselves and that sort of thing. And I remember my dad had this old Chrysler LeBaron. And that thing had the most comfortable seats. I mean, you'd sit down on them. And I'm not sure what they were made out of. Maybe some type of plush or some Persian cat or something like that. But when you sat in them, it was just, you felt all the stress in your life just go away. And like, just disappear. But at that time, when you're 16 and you can drive, woo, woo, God, the sky is the limit, you know? And then sitting next to a girl that likes you just as much as you like her, and man, just those times of being in love, that young love too, when you're spry, when I mean, you, I mean, I don't want to say that you'd ejaculate on anything, but at that time, man, if you're a 16-year-old boy, God, that stuff just flies out of you whenever you don't even know it, I mean, it could just happen, and you'd be like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to, take it out on the lasagna that we're having for dinner or something. I don't know. It's just being just having love in your life, But sorry, I don't know. Maybe I went down some road that you guys don't even care about or whatever. But the thing is, you have all those initial times of love, and we all have our own story. And there's something beautiful about that. Even if the relationship doesn't work out, or at least, how I look at it as at least I got to experience it, and that's something special right there, man, But when someone says, back in the day, when someone said that they're in love, you kind of look at people, I don't know, what am I trying to say? Well, I guess now you look at people and they're in love and everything, and you kind of look at them like they got Asperger's or something like that, because, and I don't know if you've heard of that before, but the first time I heard of it, I thought people were talking about, fitting some meat in their jeans or something. I mean, I don't know, or maybe if you ate a burger, it'd go straight to that backside. You know what I'm talking about? But now, man, you just look at people and you're and you see that I don't know, that exchange, and it's just like, what's going on? Like, it seems like love kind of changed in a way, and I don't know what it is, but I guess some people, you just look at it now and they're more Asperger-y. But anyways, love is here and love is in full swing, and again, man, this is that love month, so get ready, man, get ready for Friday, because that's what's happening, that's what's going on. Since there is Valentine's Day coming up and that sort of thing, if you have a story for us, or if you want to text us something, about your first love, get at us at that voicemail, man. We got that voicemail set up for you guys. That number's 828-209-8777. Let us know a little, give us a story about your first time falling in love. Let us hear that thing. We'd love to take a little 2 scoops of love and put it out there in the air for you guys. So, man, again, it's good to be here with all of you guys today, and sorry about the late start. It's just how it goes. I hope everyone enjoyed the Super Bowl, huh? I watched it. I was going for the Eagles, and fortunately, they did it. Philadelphia did it. And I just wanted them to win so bad, just to shove all those bad calls right into the refs' faces and the Chiefs' faces, and but you know what? More than more than anything else, I wanted just to let them shove it right into the NFL. Just smear it right in there, just in general. Because a lot of people think that the NFL is rigged. In certain cases, I kind of think the same thing. I thought the story had already been written because, last time these two teams played each other, the Eagles lost by 3 points, and that was a Super Bowl a couple years back or whatever. But yeah, you just see all this stuff, all these questionable calls, and to be honest, I am just tired. I'm tired of the whole Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, Taylor Swift thing. Like, who gives a fuck? Huh? Who? Do I? No. Do you? No. Who gives a fuck? Yep. I don't. And supposedly there was rumors going around that if like Kelsey was gonna propose to her after the game or whatever, and again, who cares? No one cares. Huh? Can we say it all together? No one cares. It's just gotten to be more of the Chiefs have gotten to be more of like a soap opera, I think. Something that your mom would watch back in the day. Remember those? A soap opera. They had the Young and the Reckless or whatever they had going on, and then they had that All My Children with Erica Kane and that Tad whatever his last name was. But I remember growing up in El Paso and someone said, "Look, I'm going to go watch All My Children." And I thought they were talking about some Mexican family down the street. I was like, huh? All My Children. Oh, dude, that's what. How about that, huh? How about maybe we should maybe we should have a little Mexican Cupid. What do you think? That'd be something special. Yeah? Ooh, little ombre Cupid right there. Wow, because we always see Cupid as white, but man, maybe we should mix it up, huh? Put Santiago pitch hitting for Philip or Adam or whatever the Cupid's name is or whatever. That'd be special. I think, yeah, we should do that. Little Mexican Cupid. That's so. Ooh, boy. He hit you with one of those things, and then he'd set you out a plate of enchiladas right there. Damn, hit me with one of them. Woo. He'd sling a little enchilada right in your fucking throat, What was I talking about now? Now I'm thinking about Mexico. Oh, the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. Usually I'm interested in the game, but I think most people were watching it just to see if the Chiefs would lose, And usually when it comes down to certain games like this, I don't have a dog in the fight or a horse in the race or a frog to jump over or whatever you want to, however you want to say it, But in cases like this, man, where it's, there's always, you always got the long shot. You got the team that's the long shot or to win, or you got a challenger, or maybe the underdog, if you will, And for me, in this case, I'm pulling for the underdog because if they win, dude, the story just seems so much, I don't know, it just seems so much better, or the story, I don't know, it just seems like it makes, if an underdog wins, it just seems like anything's possible now, you know? And I love stories like that, you know? It proves, it's proving all doubters wrong more than anything. And I think that resonates with people a little bit. I really do. Um, it's just it it gives them a bigger self-esteem boost, I guess. Or like or I don't know, or you're like sticking it to the people that didn't believe in you. In this case, people didn't believe Philadelphia was going to take down the Kansas City Chiefs, But what they do, they came out, they silenced all of they silenced all the critics, that said they weren't going to do it. You can't do it. You aren't going to do it. Like, the Kansas City's just going to blow you out. And then sure enough, here it is. Mahomes gets 2 picks and he has a total of like 26 yards at halftime or something like that. And God bless it. Oh, and some lady put down $1 million on the Chiefs. A stat, a fat stack, a fat couple stacks. They call it fatty cash stacks or something like that. And then now, too bad, so sad, lady, Man, I would have hated to put, because it was almost like a guarantee thing. That's what people were saying. And now we know what's up. The underdog came in and just took off that leash, took off that, that chain that he's got around his neck, and he just right at him, And that's something special right there. Thank you, Philadelphia Eagles. That's what I'm talking about. So, congratulations to those guys and for winning the Super Bowl, and that's man, you just, and I'm not a fan of either one of these teams, but if you could just take out Patrick Sperm Perm Mahomes and hot damn, fuck yeah, let's go Philly, But anyways, what else? What else is going on? Well, I guess we can jump into some news real quick. There's not much going on in the news, but since we were talking about the Super Bowl, I guess what better way to lead off to this little scripture than to talk about this, I guess. So, it says, at 72 years old, out of the NFL, Bill Belichick makes his presence known at the NFL honors with his new girlfriend, 24-year-old Jordan Hudson. And man, if you look at this picture, you see them, and it looks like he kind of looks like California Raisin in a way. A California Raisin, and he's wearing all those Super Bowl rings, and well, she's wearing, she's wearing something Costco like, or she's not really wearing that much, really nothing at all. But I'm not. To be honest, man, I'm not sure how this relationship started, but I don't really care either. But it does make me wonder. It does make me wonder, and maybe this is a little gay of me saying this, but it does make me wonder if Belichick is packing those goods in that little carrying case he's got. You know what I'm saying down there? And because there comes a point in a man's life, where certain activities, down below, don't excite that, him or his little baby Slinky that he's got or whatever that he's been carting around for all of his life. You start, I don't know, you just start doing things out of the ordinary, when you get to a certain age. Instead of just going for a walk in the park, you start playing invisible tug of war with yourself. And I'm not talking about masturbation there. I'm just talking about regular, tug of war, you know. But instead of getting a cup of coffee, you're going to the strip club because that's what men sometimes do, And in this case, in Bill's case, you know, he's he's dating a woman 48 years younger than he is. And I guess, man, at 72 or 78 or 94 or whatever age he is, I can't remember, whatever I just said just now, if I get to be that age and I'm dating a 24-year-old, dude, hats off to me, brother. I mean, if I had a hat right now, I'd do that. But really, let's get real about things, man, because I mean, people just don't start dating people almost 3 times their age. And I mean, unless you're in like porn or if money is involved or something like that. And I guess money has to be a huge figure in this thing, man, because I mean, look at that. That doesn't, I don't know. That's weird. It's just, and I dated someone about 12 years older than me. And people used to look at us like we were like mom and son, And I'm like, dude, I'm not out here, having sex with my mom, because that's just, that's backwoods West Virginia right there, Or you might catch a case of it up in these mountains, but I don't know. That's just, I don't know. It's just what it was, But the money, it's got to be a huge factor. How can it not be? I mean, come on. She's not just dating him just to see his old skin just, flopping around on her, and then he's. He can't even wash his back. He can't even reach his back anymore or whatever. And, but I guess Bill, fancy Bill now, he's, he's, I don't know. Maybe she just likes taking care of damn senior citizens. I don't know. Maybe that could be something that she's into. Who knows? Or maybe Bill's out there trying to maybe, maybe she wants to go get her master's degree, and since he's coaching at UNC now or whatever for their football team, maybe she can get in there for like half the price for her tuition or whatever. Or maybe Bill will just take care of that tuition. Who knows? I don't know. It's just weird. It's strange to see, how he is and who he is and that sort of deal. But what else? Says 100,000 eggs in Pennsylvania were snatched from the back of Pete and Gary's organic distribution. They were the whole supply was worth about $40,000, and in Pennsylvania, I guess that's a felony. So, well, I guess the yoke's on Pete and Gary. And look, I promise never to make a stupid-ass, corny joke like that again. Yeah, I felt my nuts shrivel up as soon as I said it. And that's just, again, I'll never say that anyway. But anyway, so they stole 100,000 of those hen bullets. And how do you do that without anyone noticing? How do you do that? And where do you put all of it? Are you selling these little huevos hitters on the damn, these little black market, on the black market? These protein boulders? How long does an egg keep anyways? Are you out there? Yeah, let's see. How long does an egg? Okay. All right. It says eggs can last in the refrigerator for 3 to 5 weeks. However, they can last longer depending on how they are stored. About a year in a freezer. Oh, okay. Huh. Crazy. Well, if you start seeing, a couple neighbors start posting random signs in their yard saying, we got 70 eggs for $20, then case closed. You know what I'm talking about? There you go. But man, that's crazy. Man, that's a lot of eggs. Dude, Waffle House would probably, have these egg thieves just walk, take a couple of these batches around a Denny's or a damn Waffle House or IHOP, and they're just, hey man, I don't know why they're Mexican all of a sudden, but they're like, hey man, we got the we got the huevo. You want a little batch or two, you know what I'm saying? Or now it's Italian. I don't know what's going on, Again, my voice short-circuited out on me back in the day, so but yeah, that's really all we got in the news. There's not much going on this week when it comes down to that sort of thing, but yeah, not much else has been going on, guys. But yeah, hey, if you haven't gotten out there to go get your special someone something, you better start, cranking up that, better get that motor running. Because pretty soon, that's the last thing you don't want to do that last minute thing. Whew. And don't forget anyone, everybody out there, it's coming up, and it's coming up on us quick. So, but yeah, I think that's all I got for this week. I just wanted to say Happy Valentine's Day more than anything. And again, congratulations to those Philadelphia Eagles. Can't be more happy for them or happier for them. So, all right, I'm going to get out of here. I hope all you guys have a wonderful week. Again, call your mom, call your dad, call your sister, call your grandmother, go hug a neighbor, do something nice for somebody. It's Valentine's Day this week. So, all right, guys, I'm going to roll. Have a good week again. Stay true to yourselves, and I'll catch you next week. All right. See you guys. Be well.